Who was America's first president? George Washington, February 22, 1732 to December 14, 1799, was an American statesman, soldier, and founding father who served as the first president of the United States from 1789 to 1797. Previously, he had served as Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army during the American Revolutionary War, leading the American colonies to victory over Great Britain. Early life and education. Washington was born in Westmoreland County, Virginia, to Augustine Washington, a wealthy planter, and Mary Ball Washington. He received his education at home from tutors and then attended the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, Virginia. Military career. In 1752, Washington was appointed adjutant general for the northern neck of Virginia. He was commissioned a lieutenant in the Virginia Regiment in 1754 and was given command of a small force to fight the French. He led his forces in a series of battles in the French and Indian War, including the Battle of Jumonville Glen and the Battle of Fort Necessity. In 1758, Washington was promoted to colonel and given command of the Virginia Regiment. He led his regiment in a series of victories in the Ohio River Valley Campaign, including the Battle of Fort Duquesne. Political career. After the war, Washington returned to Virginia and continued his political career. He was elected to the Frederick County Council in 1758 and the Virginia House of Burgesses in 1761. He was a strong supporter of the rights of the colonies and opposed the Townshend Acts of England. In 1774, Washington was elected to the First Continental Congress. He was elected president of the Second Continental Congress in 1775 and led the colonies' efforts to gain independence. American Revolutionary War. Washington led the Continental Army in the American Revolutionary War. He led his army to a series of victories, including the Battle of Trenton, the Battle of Princeton, and the Battle of Saratoga. In 1781, Washington led his army to victory in the Battle of Yorktown, the last battle of the American Revolutionary War. The victory of the Continental Army at Yorktown led to Great Britain's recognition of the independence of the United States. President of the United States. In 1789, Washington was elected the first President of the United States. He served 2 terms, from 1789 to 1797. As President, Washington established the federal and state governments, signed the Jay Treaty and the Treaty of Paris, and established the Bank of the United States. He also established traditions for future U.S. presidents. Death and legacy. Washington died at Mount Vernon, Virginia, on December 14, 1799. He is considered one of the greatest leaders in American history. Legacy. George Washington is considered one of the greatest leaders in American history. He was the leader of the Continental Army that won the American Revolutionary War and the first President of the United States. Washington is remembered for his leadership, moral character, and great contributions to the country. He is a symbol of freedom and democracy and an inspiration to many people around the world. Some of George Washington's notable accomplishments. Led the Continental Army to victory in the American Revolutionary War. Established the federal and state governments. Signed the Jay Treaty and the Treaty of Paris. Established the Bank of the United States. Established traditions for future U.S. presidents.